Week 12 sees me hitting the east coast of Tassie. Now this time I've gone over there with Ryan and we're on the hunt for pelagics. Not too far in, and there's some salmon going berserk for my flasher. Only thing was they were quite small salmon. So they would have been legal size, but not big. I was really hoping to see something a bit bigger. So I go and retrieve the flasher. I'm in very, very shallow here. But it is really cool to see all these salmon. Water was pretty murky, so I've colour graded this one a fair bit, try to get rid of the murk. A lot of algae in the water, you can see there. Plenty of fish about, so that's always good. So you can see there, I'm just trying to line up the biggest one when it comes in, but it's not coming in. Another thing that was going on was this area wasn't too deep, and I think I am a little bit underweighted at the moment. It's getting a little bit cooler, so I've gone from shorts to long pants, and in the, I think it was maybe 8 metres max here, not staying down with the weights that I'm using. So I'm getting to the bottom, going to get the flasher, and then I'm just floating. Can't really line anything up while floating so much. So I was struggling to stay down a little bit. heaps of salmon about, which is really cool. So after a few get to the bottom and then they just float around attempts, I think, okay, let's take advantage of this giant kelp. So I swam down and grabbing that giant kelp. Keeps me down a bit better. Here I've got a bunch of silver sweep. So pretty small models compared to what I got the other week. And there's a few other fish swimming around. Yeah, pretty cool holding down on the giant kelp there. A few purple wrasse, there's some salmon, bit of morlong. And that there's a bream, so illegal to shoot. If we were in a boat angling, we could take 20, I think, between us, 10 each, which is a bit crazy. There is a ludric there. I was hoping to get a ludric, but every time I got my eyes on one, they were very flighty. Here's me trying for those salmon again, so I've grabbed the flasher, and then yeah, trying to line something up, and it just start floating pretty much immediately. I do try a couple of times, get the fish to come in for the flasher, have a look around, but then I just don't really stay down. As soon as I try to line them up, I'm floating away and scaring the crap out of the fish. So back down on the giant kelp. Good stuff. This time I haven't thrown the flasher, just hoping the salmon come in, and they have. I think alright. Just in case they disappear when the tide changes, might as well try to grab one of these. Even though they're not huge, they're not bad. Lovely. Not bad. But yeah, the swell was up and down a little bit. Wasn't too bad for the most part, and good East Coast day. Yeah, so here I'm seeing what comes in. Ooh, Trev. Don't want the Bream, and then a bigger Trev comes in. Ooh, nice. So pretty stoked with that. I haven't shot a Trev this. That's a silver Trevally. So I haven't shot one of those this year. I was very excited. One of my favourite fish to eat down here. So the shot is he's got a lot of power in him. He's trying to peel that off. So I was a bit worried I might lose him. So I'm mumbling a bit to myself. I don't know if it's to me or the fish, just talking. And then as I'm about to get him, he has another little last burst of energy. And then I just get my fingers on him. Fingers in the gill plate. Once they're in the gill plate, I feel like you pretty much got them. They can't get away once you're there. And then once you spike their brain, and they open their mouth like that, they're yours. So I was stoked. Now this is interesting. I was just going to anchor my spear and I see this scallop, but it's not a scallop. Turns out it was an octopus. So I wasn't actually going down to spear that octopus. I was just going down to put my shaft somewhere where it's anchored so it wouldn't get thrown away in the current while I'm dealing with the fish, putting the fish in the bag. Anyways, that was pretty interesting to see. Didn't see the octopus again. Here we've got some bream hanging about. So sometimes when the bream were hanging about, sometimes a silver trevally would come and hang out with them. So that's what I was doing. I was just going, alright, who else wants to hang out with these beautiful bream? Here I got more silver sweep. There's a black drummer. He looks at me. I'm like, come on, give me a broadside. And then he just shoots off. And in the weeds, it's pretty hard to swing your gun around too much. But yeah, the giant kelp is gorgeous, and it is really cool for shooting fish like the trevally. So yeah, the silver trevallies have got that lateral line and they're pretty reactive in the water. So if you're moving fast or trying to chase them, you don't stand a chance. If you're hiding in the kelp, they can get curious and come and check you out, so that's pretty cool. This silver trev is tangled himself up on some kelp. So when that happens, go down, knife in hand, be really wary of your shooting line in any tangles, because it doesn't take much for a fish to tangle you up. And if you are tangled up, you definitely want your knife there to cut anything apart that might be keeping you from going up to the air. Always be mindful of that. So I just went down, spiked him. I know he's mine. Take a breather, go untangle him.
Down to untangle.
Yeah, another lovely fish. There's another ludric. Flighty. Some silver trevallies, I think I lined them up and they're just swimming away. Don't like shooting and missing, so if I don't think I'm going to get the shot, I try not to shoot. When you've got the swell knocking you around a bit and the fish are a bit far away, I think it's better to just wait for something else rather than pull the trigger straight away. There's another ludric. I'm just trying to get him to broadside. He does, he moves, and I just needed to go up for a breath, so I left him alone. Wasn't that big either. And this is kind of funny, waiting in this little channel. And these silver trevs come up. That one on top doesn't look too bad, but I think maybe if my memory serves, it might have been a bit closer to the camera. That's the excuse I'm telling myself for not taking it anyway. There's a cool eagle ray, just swimming around. Camera was dead at that point, but I shot one more salmon. Now I'm actually on the northwest. Just did a quick northwest dive the day before, so I thought I'd throw a couple of exciting clips from that. Saw a nice big Melbourne skate. So she's gorgeous. Big girl. I was out with a junior and Kanan, so got them out to see the beautiful skates. Just scoping out what's down below in a little area, and I was hoping to get the junior I was with out onto one of those fish, so I've left my gun there. She's gone down to get it. You can see that wrasse. Ooh, so close. Anyways, after that I decided, don't worry, I'll show you how it's done. I'll grab one of these sweep. Probably should have taken the one right next to me. I don't think I could have missed that one. Instead I shoot that one and miss. No, reload, back down, after saying what I was saying about trying not to miss fish. Trying not to shoot when missing fish. So here, this one, just waiting for a broadside. It's almost on the end of the spear before I pull the trigger, so hard to miss that one. Here's Kanan going looking around for some crays. absolutely keen on him. He is. Checking all the holes. Oh, now this was absolutely tasty. This was a honey soy fried fish dish I did with noodles. So that was a salmon. Bloody beautiful.
Oh wow, that's good.
There's just some fried trevally and veg. Nice meal. And some sashimi.